I read a lot of sales books, and I just wanted to share with you an insight into one of the better sales books that I have read recently. I do a lot of complex sales. Some of the sales that I do take around 2 to 3 years to convert. One of my clients is a conversion franchise. It's called Laser Plumbing and Electrical. We do some work with Smith & Sons. In fact, I'm doing their Victorian conference or their franchise conference in the next couple of weeks. And we are essentially a business that goes to electrical and plumbing contractors and convinces them they need to surrender their business name, okay, that they've built over the last 40 years and call themselves Laser Plumbing Artarmon. Now, that is a tough gig. Why is it a tough gig? Because they don't even want to speak to us, because they think, what in goodness me do I need to do that for? Now, what I've realised, and this is essentially really important, there are 5 different types of salespeople that you'll actually see. The question I've got, who is the most successful? Who is the most successful in simple sales and who is the most successful in complex sales? Now, I'm going to give you a simple sale. A simple sale is a retail sale. Someone comes to me, okay, and they want to buy a lounge suite. Okay, the need is already there. That's a simple sale. A complex sale is where I'm trying to create the need. Who here is in more complex sales environments? Okay, who's more in simple sales? Yeah, okay, so it's a combination of both. I want to show you essentially the 5 different types of sales reps. Number 1, the hard worker. Always willing to go the extra mile, doesn't give up easily, self-motivated, independent, interested in feedback and development. Okay, sweat equity, puts in the hours, gets the results, just works really hard. Number 2, the challenger. Okay, always has a different view of the world, understands the customer's businesses, loves to debate, loves to push the customer. But hang on, I'm not supposed to upset you. I'm supposed to hug the tree with you and say kumbaya. But I've been told in that, you're supposed to be liked by everybody. Next one is the relationship builder. Builds strong advocates in the customer's organisations, generous in giving time and help to others, gets along with everybody, is genuine and accessible, gives help. The warm one. Next one is the lone wolf. Follows the own instincts, self-assured and difficult to control. And the last one is the reactive problem solver. Reliably responds to internal and external stakeholders, ensures that all problems are solved, and is very detail orientated. Question I've got. In complex sales, in sales that could take some time, that could be what I consider to be consultancy sales, finance sales, who out of all of those 5 do you think is the most successful? Now, this is a study that was done. The challenger smashes everybody. The challenger, the person that pushes the boundaries, the person that actually challenges the prospect, the person that says, hey, you've got a problem and I'm going to highlight the problem back to you and I'm not going to hold back. The person that actually says, hey, let's do something to solve this is more successful. Timid salespeople have skinny kids. I get it. The relationship builder, brilliant at account management. Damn shit at business development. But I like account management. We'll do account management. But if you want to do business development, you want to get business development, get either a lone wolf or a challenger. But they're hard to manage. Of course they're hard to manage. I know that. Now this is this is low complex, this is high complex. Just have a look at this. In high complex sales, the challenger is very likely to succeed in complex sales environments. Look at the relationship builder, 4%. In simple sales, low complexity, the relationship builder is 11%. The dominant one is the hard worker. Now, what does this challenger do that is so incredibly good? And this resonates so much with the internet at the moment. It is insane. Number one, they offer the customer unique perspectives. They actually say, hey, what about if we did this? Can I just give you a different way of looking at this situation? Number two, they have incredibly strong way to communication skills. So they don't do a monologue, they do a dialogue. They're truly into conversations. They know the individual. Now this is the D. What they do is they instinctively know that if I'm selling to you, there are two drivers. The first driver is the business driver. Really simple, you know, I've got to make more money, I've got to reduce costs. But they also know that that person has individual drivers. This challenger knows both of those because he realises the only radio station that you're listening to is what's in it for me. And he gets that. And he understands that if I can help you to solve your problem, not only your organisation problem, but your immediate problem in your workplace, then we've got traction. And this is a doozy, is comfortable discussing money. Here's their conversation. This is going to cost you some coin. Doesn't hide it, actually prepares it. Doesn't actually back away saying that's too expensive. Of course it is expensive. It's the best solution. So? But I can get it cheaper. Can you? Is that wise? Is this an investment or an expense? I don't know. I'm just figuring. And here's the deal. Can pressure the customer. This is what they do brilliantly. They do three things. If you were to learn these three things and put them in your sales career, you'd probably be absolutely fantastic. Number one, they teach. They produce great content. Why do I got to produce great content? Because we live in a content-rich society. All right, so they teach for differentiation. They educate the prospect. They actually don't go into trying to sell. They genuinely want to go there and help. And if they get the sale, that's well and good, but they're not going there for the sale. But by default, they get the sale because they have an attitude of giving. Number two is they tailor, they customise. They say to the prospect, I don't know if we can help you, but what I'd like to do, could I come back to you in 4 days because I need to speak to our people to see what we can do. Now, there is a likelihood that you could actually try to sell them a product then and there. You already know the answer. Delay it. Create the magic of customisation. And the last thing they do is they take control. You know what they say? They say things like, next steps. What they're doing is they're taking control of the agenda, so they're taking a leadership position as opposed to the prospect being the leader, they become the leader. Quite remarkable if you could do this.